Welcome back, everybody. I am JustDaZack, and it is my continued mission to show you guys interesting video games almost every single day. Today we are going to check out Reality Layer Zero, which is a deck building occult mystery RPG where our battles are essentially just, being the better talker with our cards. And our grandfather is supposed to die in 7 days and we have to save him? Maybe. Let's start the game. Let's find out what it is about. Let's find out what is going on in the first layer. Start from the beginning, yes. Oh, what have we here? Your conscious mind is awakened. Ooh, wait. Gotta make it a little bit louder for you guys. Something has called you here from beyond. But your presence is yet hazy, undefined, and adrift. To properly exist in this world, you must first develop a self-concept. Consider your options carefully. This is the form you will inhabit for the duration of your adventure. Name her. Dia. Dia? Dia. Dia? Hello everybody, I'm Dia. Hello everybody, I'm Dia. Dia? Let's just say Dia. Alright, Dia, is it? Is that correct? Yeah. Yes, of course. Dia. So it is. So it has always been. Henceforth, you will be known in this world as Dia. You are a person of no particular note. Hey, come on! That's just rude. You are currently in the awkward stage between adolescence and adulthood. At present, you live with your aunt and uncle, Mary and Rowan Sable, in a small town. By the ocean. Ooh, that sounds cool, but I have a feeling in the mountains. Of course, in the mountains. As you may have guessed from your circumstances, your parents are presently... You know what? They're living! Ah, if only that were true. Wait, what? How dare you? Yet, sadly, this choice wasn't yours to make. You've been raised by your aunt and uncle from a very young age. These days, you work as an assistant at your uncle's workshop, printing press, clinic. Workshop. Right. Inside of his workshop, where he fixes all manner of clocks and machines. You've picked up a few things here and there about how such contraptions work, but you still have a lot left to learn. There aren't many people around your age in your town. In your free time, you tend to read books, of which you prefer mystery novels, philosophy, folklore. Let's go folklore. Indeed, folklore. Tales and traditions handed down through generations. Sometimes influenced by the times. Sometimes influences of the times. Now, with regards to the future, your main goal in life right now is to study, meet people, travel. Understandably, the time is ripe to set out on a journey and discover the world for yourself. May that curiosity bring you many wonderful experiences. Yes, it's all becoming very clear now. Your self-concept is beginning to solidify, but before you embark on the adventure before you, are you satisfied with the answers you provided? I mean, if I have the choice, I would like my parents to be alive. I guess I'm satisfied though. It's all just as well. The person you are, and the beliefs you hold, these things are always changing, aren't they? With that, you're now ready to step inside of the circle. Dear, isn't it? Prepare yourself. This is where your story begins. Good evening. We hope this letter finds you well. Regrettably, we are writing to inform you that your grandfather, Malo Whittaker, has been accused of murder. If convicted, he will be sentenced to death. As his closest surviving kin, you are being summoned to the capital city of Lier to testify in his defense. Your cooperation in this matter is essential. The court will now hear from a relative of the accused. Okay, can I go to the music is... Yeah, let's make the game louder. Dun, 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 I like. You know what, let's go even more. This is cool. Dear Sable, will you vouch for your grandfather? Wait a minute. Forgive me, but I'm afraid I don't understand. You don't understand? No, I don't. What am I supposed to testify about? You will present an account of your grandfather's character. The court will weigh it against the evidence and determines his guilt based on that. That's unreasonable. I'm sorry, I'm afraid that isn't really... How does that prove anything? So, you refuse to testify. Under these conditions, yes. Listen, it's just... I've been called here to vouch for a man I hardly know for a crime I haven't been told about and a charge I don't understand. You get the feeling you shouldn't have said that. Very well. You will forfeit your testimony. Do we get the bad ending immediately? Let's go nuts. You find yourself stunned into silence. It's pointless. In light of the information presented today, why even bother fighting it? The court finds the defendant. You've known all this all along. Guilty! Your words have no power here. Guilty. The verdict's still ringing in my ears. My grandfather has been found guilty of murder. In 7 days, his sentence will be carried out, and he will be executed. So it goes in this city. As for the actual events of the crime, well, I certainly can't tell you. Apparently, the victim was a man named Charles Ludwig. Ludwig. He and my grandfather did not get along well. Thus, this suspicion. So I'm told, anyway. I don't know anything about him. Ludwig, or my grandfather for that matter. I suppose this means I failed. For now, I've gone to my grandfather's house. I plan on taking an inventory of his belongings. I need to decide what to do with them, now that this is all over. I will return home shortly, as soon as everything here is taken care of. Dots. Alright, old man. Let's see what you've been keeping around this place. Okay, so I'm pretty sure we were supposed to lose at the beginning, right? Examine a barrel. A massive stock of books is perched atop the barrel. This is a loud clock, by the way. A large book rests on top of the table. Arcane Geometry seems to be the title. Nice. Can I... Oh, we can run. Nice. I love this art design so far, like this 2.5D 3D pixel stuff. I don't know why, but I like it. Oh, can I, please? Several books are stacked haphazardly on the corner of the dining table. Barrels are stacked on top of each other in the corner. Huh. Note. What catches your eye? Check note on cabinet? Yeah, the note. Potatoes, onions, turnips. Some kind of recipe? Oh. How about the book? Applications of Nightshade. It doesn't seem to be a cookbook. Isn't Nightshade... Either this is a reference to an RPG or another book, game, or is Nightshade not just like poison even, maybe? Bathroom door. There's no need to freshen up right now. You don't know that. Picture frame. A small aged portrait of a woman. Your grandfather, mother, perhaps. Well, let's go upstairs. That's what the game wants us, clearly. A large wooden wardrobe. A small desk with a large book on top. The Alchemist's Cookbook, it says. Your grandfather's bed. Huh. That's it? It doesn't look like there's anything interesting inside. Oh, we need footsteps. So quiet. You can see a row of tall buildings and beyond them, the main road. There's apples, maybe? Can't examine the apples. Any secret here? No? Okay, oh! There we go. Dots. Oh, wait, I forgot. My grandfather is also a hobbyist magician. Or maybe magician isn't the right word. He doesn't perform. His basement is filled with odd artifacts, trinkets, and books with an occult flair. And now I've got to figure out what to do with all of them. The lantern won't light up. It's out of oil. A wooden mask with horns just jutting out of the forehead. A pentagram drawn in chalk, surrounded by wax candles. Out of oil. Ooh, this is glistening. A small package rests upon the table. Curiously, it has your name on it. Obtained mysterious package. There's also a skull. Do we not answer or ask anything about the skull? No? Various books and containers line the shelves, but it's too dark to make out any details. Ooh, that's a cool menu, by the way. Evidence, items, well, evidence or items, right? No evidence, items. The package that you found in your grandfather's basement. It has your name on it. You plan on opening it later. Do nothing. Can also save. Well, I mean... Okay, there's a dark magical orb. No, we don't. I guess that means we're done then, right? Here, any letters? No? Okay, found the package. There we go. Wasn't expecting to hear knocking on the front door. Hello? Leo Enforcement, 1st Division. Here on property reclamation. Property reclamation? Affirmative. The owner of this house is a convicted felon. The property must be handed back over to the city. Dots. He was convicted about an hour ago. Affirmative. Vacate the premises at once. This all seems a little sudden. I'm just trying to collect his things. Not allowed. Vacate the premises at once. Bargain, bluff. Against this guy? Can we bluff him? That's bargain. I don't know. Dots. Look, there's a lot of junk down in the basement that I'm sure you guys don't want to have to clean out. Just give me one day, and I'll have it all taken care of for you. Not here to negotiate. Are you sure? What's the matter with, You notice the guard you're speaking to is accompanied by 2 additional burlier guards. Drack out, man! Hey, what? Let's not do anything crazy. You hear the sound of the door locking behind you. Thoughts. You find yourself too frustrated to speak. That is just... Dots. Exclamation mark. Suddenly, you get the feeling that you're being watched. Dear, I rushed over here as soon as I heard the result. Irene Wagner, an acquaintance of my grandfather's, a quiet, serious-looking woman. I had only met her once before this, briefly, just before the trial. She seems trustworthy, and yet... Irene, good to see you again. Well, at least considering the circumstances. It's a pity what happened today. You have my sincere condolences. Yeah, can't be helped, I guess. I trust you aren't planning on giving up just yet. Well, I mean, what can you do? To be honest, I'm not even really sure that he didn't do it. Irene gives you an ice-cold glare. Dear, it's very important that you understand this. Your grandfather absolutely did not murder Charles Ludwig. Absolutely not. I did it. He totally did not do it. Irene, I appreciate you trying to make me feel better. I really do. Thank you. But even if he did, I'm not really... Your voice trails off. Irene is still glaring at you. It feels like your eyes are going to bore a hole through your skull. Okay, he didn't do it. Understood. Good. Don't give up hope yet. We can appeal the verdict. There's still time. Right. I'll come to you again when it's time to make the next move. Until then, well, here, take this. Your grandfather wanted me to give it to you. Obtained evidence, suspicious message. What was that all about? It occurs to you that you have now obtained 2 mysterious items today. Thoughts. Inside of the envelope, there's just a small scrap of paper with a scant few words written on it. 1541 Eddington Street. And the other package? Thoughts. A deck of cards. Well, that doesn't clear anything up. For one of the old man's magic tricks, I wonder. Not exactly useful right now. Still, this one looks like an address. Probably somewhere in the city. Guess I'll go try to find it. Feel like I'm forgetting something, though. Thoughts. I forgot to mention I was locked out of the house. We have a map. 1541 Eddington Street, was it? Hello, sir. Talk to elderly gentleman. Need help? Well, alright then. Here's a tip. Always try to remember what people say to you. Most disagreements can be settled by just remembering what's already been said. And that's a trick to remembering, but well, I've forgotten what it is. Knock on the door. Oh! Whoa there! Are you trying to break into my house? Stop that! No, I just knocked on your door. What if we go downstairs here? No response. The lights are off inside. Cool. Hello? Locked out, were you? Unfortunate. Help? No, I'm afraid that's... I don't wish to run afoul of enforcement. Move along now. We can leave the... Okay, we can't go here. We still have to be at the crossroads. Is that the same? I have no idea. I'm just waiting for the streetcar. Give me your money. Gargoyle Avenue, 214. Gotta find the Eddington Street. Hello, sir. I'm watching you. Alright. Gargoyle Avenue. Is this also Gargoyle Avenue? Yeah, so we don't want to be here. It should be around here. Aha. Hey! Where do you think you're going? It's not safe down there. There's a killer on the loose. A killer? Quite right. A man by the name of Litvich got pinched off down there less than a week ago. Oh. Wasn't your grandfather just convicted for that? So you would best avoid that street. Take the long way around. What's so long ago? Wasn't he caught already? Wasn't he caught recently? The killer? Maybe. But you never can tell with these cases. What if they caught the wrong guy? It's better to be on the safe side, so step away from the street, civilian. If you don't cooperate, I will have no choice but to detain you, or just shoot you. Hey now, go back to the junction. I'm just trying to walk down the street. I give you to the count of 3. Please. 1. You suddenly feel dizzy. 2. It's pointless, is it? Dots. You find yourself inside of what appears to be a magnificent greenhouse, packed with flower beds, bursting with trees and bushes of innumerable varieties. You spot a woman walking among the greenery. Oh, let's bother her. Excuse me? No response. She appears to be absorbed in her work. You feel compelled to repeat yourself. Excuse me. Sorry to bother you while you're working. No good. I'm sorry? No good. The plants will all die at this rate. Thoughts. They need to open air. They need the open air. Oh man, this place is too big for one person. Out of my wheelhouse. I'm a little confused right now. Sorry, are you talking to me? I'm not really sure what's going on here. My, that's quite a problem. Can you hear me? Of course I can hear you, but that's not important. Yeah, look, I'm very confused right now. And that's exactly what's such a problem. After all, this is your responsibility. What? Don't give me that lock. I'm sure you know already. Sorry, I don't. Dear, this garden belongs to you. Dots. And it's in bad shape. Look, see, they're wilting. The plants? They need to be nurtured, dear, or this place will become barren and empty. Dots. They're counting on you. Look, I'm trying to find a certain address. Ah, yes. 1541 Addington Street, if memory serves. Dots. I can help you get there, but you'll have to agree to something first. This garden needs to be opened up. Sure. Okay. Very good. You have their gratitude. The gratitude of plants? I'm going to ask you to make a choice now. Okay. And say you're presented with 3 ideals and must choose only one to nurture. How would you decide which one? Well, rather than stick with hypotheticals, select a card to add to your deck. Cogito ergo sum? Natural Law, Echo of Grief. I have no idea, guys. Let's go yellow. Interesting choice. Do I detect a passing interest in philosophy? Is this alright? Hey, on second thought. Empathy. Useful too, that. Is that alright? Don't know if I have much of that. Ah, a budding logician, are you? Is this alright? On second thought. Philosophy. Let's go empathy then. Sure. Watch over it carefully. I'll be honest, I don't really see how this helps anything. You will shortly. But you must have faith. Cling! Look at her with her eye, winking at us. I start to feel dizzy again. We will meet again soon, and when the time comes, concentrate on your target and invoke! Hey! I'm going to have to get rough with you. Invoke! Ooh! A whining tale of perception. I couldn't read the rest. Construct! You've done it. Very good. I've done what exactly? I don't want to give it all away, but you have made it to a special place where you can talk to your opponent one-on-one. My opponent? Indeed. When we last saw him, he was trying to obstruct your progress. I remember, but, well, what will you make of this opportunity? Will you be able to convince him to let you pass? I wouldn't say I've had the best luck doing that today. You'll do fine. I'll help. Listen closely. Listen carefully. I'm about to tell you how to win a debate. This is important because you are in a debate right now. You and your opponent have each developed a card representing an argument. Your argument is your ticket to victory, but first you have to bring it to resonance. To do this, you will need to control premises. Premises come in 3 modes: red logos, yellow ethos, and blue pathos. You can summon premises by playing premise cards. You can summon multiple premises from the same mode in a single action. Rather than me explaining, it's better to try it yourself. Begin this debate by summoning 6 premises. Summon 1 blue to the field. You can play as many of these as you want in a single action. Blue, 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 and blue. Execute! Summon 6 blue. Oh, 2? Yeah, let's go. You're very good, but don't declare victory just yet. As long as you can pay your argument's cost, the number of the bottom of the card, you can resonate. You can actually resonate right now, but that wouldn't be a good idea. So for the sake of this explanation, I'd have to stop you. This is because your argument's weight, the number at the top right corner of the card, is currently 0. That's worthless. Why is that? Well, your premises are still fresh. Resonating an argument with fresh premises isn't very effective. They need to major into accepted premises first. I'll explain what that means next turn. You may have noticed your premises have turned purple. This is because you summoned enough to the fresh premise cap. You can only have this many fresh premises on the field per mode at any one time. You have to wait for some of them to become accepted before you can summon more. Yeah, it's 2 yellow. As expected, your opponent also summoned his own premises. He's working to resonate his argument too. Despair not. I'll instruct you on how to deal with that soon. God, that's all. At the start of your turn, you may have noticed that one of your fresh premises moved to the left into the accepted column. Each time your turn begins, a certain number of fresh premises will become accepted. This number is determined by the debate pace, or how many actions per turn you can take. For now, it's 1. Aha. Accepted premises make your argument much more powerful. Your current argument won't be worth anything unless you keep your premises safe for the next 3 turns. Wait, you may ask, safe from what? Safe from criticism, of course. No, criticism. Loathsome thought. God, I can't even read and speak anymore. Or criticism. Loathsome though it may be, its rhetorical value is undeniable. You can use criticism to sweat your opponent's premises away and prevent his argument from resonating. Criticism will target accepted premises first. Fresh premises is second. First come, first served, as they say. Try it out for yourself. Play the leftmost card in your hand. It's a critique that you may find useful in your current situation. Discard. Character Assassination 1. Cost 1 blue. Remove 2 resources from one mode on opponent's side. If opponent's yellow diminishes, recover 1 blue. Let's go. And I guess we just play the others. Ah, I have to choose. Play a card. Do I? I guess I just play the card then. Okay. Just like that, you were able to wipe out your opponent's premises. Now he has to start all over. Since your opponent only had premises from one mode on the field, the target of your criticism was selected automatically. If, on the other hand, he had premises from at least 2 modes on the field, you would have had to choose which mode to criticize. On a related note, you may have noticed that you recover the cost of the card after your criticism concluded. This is because you criticized the card's speciality and triggered its secondary effect. Some cards are more effective when played in specific ways like this. These additional effects will always be noted in the card's description. This is just one thing among many to consider when deciding which mode to criticize. It all depends on the situation at hand and your current strategy. Okay, I'm not overwhelmed at all. Since, oh god, how much? Can I just play the game? Since he didn't have any premises on the field, he had no choice but to play more premise cards. Well, I suppose he could have also discarded something. That can also be useful from time to time, but we won't be getting into that right now. Still, those fielded premises on his side are looking rather threatening, aren't they? Do they? I have no idea. I don't feel so. Why do I have now 2+4? What happened? What if he uses them to criticize your premises? And what's worse, you don't have a critique in your own hand to get rid of them. What do we do? Panic! Alright, I'll panic. No, just kidding. There's more than one way to keep your premises safe and sound in the debate. You'll notice that you just drew a proposal card. This proposal is a defensive card that you can use to temporarily protect your premises. Try it for yourself. Play the rightmost card in your hand. Euphemism. Cost 1 blue, conjures a shield, HP 1. If conjured over blue, recover 1 blue. There's also info. Echo of Grief. Maximum weight 1, cost 3, except 2. Misery loves company. Nope. Can I choose this? See, that card conjured a proposal that will protect your premises until it either gets destroyed or expires. Ordinarily, with the defensive proposals like this, you can choose which mode to protect. This time was an exception for instructive reasons, however. I made you protect this card's speciality to show that, Much like criticism, proposals also often have secondary effects. Note that you recovered the card's cost. Each proposal you conjure takes up one of your limited proposal slots. If all of your slots are full, any new proposals you conjure will replace the old ones. Now let's see what happens. Reprimand 2. Pays 2 yellow, and I guess he tried to attack. Again 7. Oh god, a proposal protected your premises all according to plan. So far we've seen 2 cards of special cards, critiques and proposals. There are also assertions, which have their own unique effects, but I'm sure you'll run into those later. These all are examples of rhetoric. Clever application of rhetoric is the key to being an effective orator. Now, back to the debate. Enough of your premises have been accepted, so your argument's weight has increased. Argument resonance will fill up the meter on your side of the screen. When this meter is full, your opponent's willpower will be depleted. See the little diamonds under the meters? That's willpower. Your current opponent only has 1, but tougher opponents might have more. When your opponent's willpower is reduced to 0, you win. This concludes the lesson. I hope my explanation were clear and concise. Not at all. I'm very confused. Now bring your argument to resonance and, as they say, give him a piece of your mind. Oh man, that was rough to get to. I guess I'm supposed to play this shaking card now. Like, the animation is cool. Hey, we leveled up a little bit. I suppose the coast is clear enough, but be careful. You never know when a criminal might strike. Well done. Hi. Worry not, dear. Though you can see me, I assure you, you're the only one. Dots. For some reason, you don't find yourself particularly reassured by that. Anyway, what was all of that? Invocation? Marvelous, right? Some kind of magic trick? Well, who can say? Thoughts. I'm not sure I get it. Oh. Honestly, I concentrated really hard on an idea in my head, and somehow that convinced the guard to let me go down the street. How does that work? Does that seem incongruous? It shouldn't. Isn't it the foundation of all communication? But why this idea? Why did this one work? Well, ideas are flexible, useful. Not useful, that's all down to interpretation. But minor distinction. You concentrated on an ideal, not merely an idea. Thoughts. I'm not sure that makes it make any more sense. Sense will be made with time. Have faith. Now, onto this address we're trying to find. Oh boy. This is a breather. Is this it? In front of you lies the burnt-up husk of 1541 Eddington Street. Left only to assume this is where it happened. Guess I'll take a look inside. Okay, let's go. An odd metal wheel lies bolted to the floor. There's a red bloodstain in the middle. Then again, it could also be rust. Something else about this wheel catches your eye. Check the shadow. A shadow runs with a wise across the floor, directly over the wheel. What's casting it? Directly above, you spot a rafter still firmly in its place. It wasn't burned by the fire at all. You can see the sky through the hole above it. On closer inspection, the rafter appears to be made out of metal. In the center, there's a handle or a hook of some kind. Obtained evidence, metal beam. Check the pile. A pile of rafters lie directly beside the wheel. It's quite a large pile. Would they have really all fallen in one place like this? Was the crime scene altered? Okay, that's that thing. Collapsed rafters. A pile of rafters lie adjacent to the metal wheel. It's unclear if this is where they fell or if they were moved here after the fact. Did they create the hole in the floor behind them, or was it the fire's doing? A large pile of collapsed rafters block the staircase to the second floor. The staircase itself is also badly damaged. From what you can see, the second floor is in much worse shape than the first. Large portions of the roofs are missing. The brick walls seem to have stopped the blaze from spreading to the neighboring buildings, however. I guess that's all we can look at here. I think I interacted with everything. So, do we try to leave? I think so. I think there's not much to go on. No kidding. Why did Irene give me that note? She said it was on behalf of your grandfather. I don't see how that's possible. He's in custody. They didn't let me see him before the trial. Why would they let her? A cover story, then. The guard outside told us that this is where Charles Ludwig was murdered. Perhaps she wanted you to see the scene of the crime for yourself. To that end, I wonder. There's nothing here. Nothing? Not quite nothing, but it might be worth discussing what little is here. What strikes you as most significant? Weird fixture. There's that weird circular thing in the middle of the floor. That could be something. Yes. What on earth is that? There's a mark on it. There's a stain in the middle. It's reddish. That's worrying. Well, it could just be some rust. It doesn't look like a splatter. It's probably rust. And if it's not, then I guess we'd have to conclude it's a bloodstain. No, that's morbid. Dots. An amateur's guess, anyway. Maybe it's irrelevant. Could it have been used in the incident somehow? Seems difficult. It's bolted down. What if the killer had time to prepare some elaborate trap well in advance with this at the centerpiece? We're getting into some pretty crazy speculation now. It's just a bolted down metal wheel. Is that kind of thing particularly useful for killing someone? Perhaps. It's difficult to say. Dots. I'll be honest, it doesn't really look like we're going to learn much from this exercise. Well, I suppose we're just ordinary people after all. You are not ordinary, you are stuck in my head! We? Come now, a gardener is a perfectly ordinary kind of person. If you say so. You decide to leave the house. Enough of this. Where's he right now? There appears to be some type of commotion occurring. I'm just trying to get home. Answer the question. We don't want to have to get nasty with you. Dots. Well, of course we're gonna intervene. Hey! You shout echoes of the surrounding buildings. Oh, time to battle. Finally found you. No, let's battle. Leave her alone. I want to battle. I want to battle. Leave her alone. 3 sets of eyes are fixed on your position. The familiar dizzy sensation washes over you. Invoke! Time to duel, but nothing happened. Why can't I invoke? Seizing the opportunity, the girl quickly darts away from the guards harassing her. One of them yells at her to stop. Too late. She's already disappeared down the street to the north. Dots. Now, what will you do? Try to cover yourself? Run after her! Rather than take a gamble on the wrath of the guards, you elect to follow closely behind the girl. You rush past the unfamiliar scenery around you, unsure if you've managed to get away from the guards or not. I mean, should we hear them if they run after us? The street below you winds and twists, intersecting with others at odd angles and making it difficult to stay oriented. Did you make a wrong turn? Is this the same street as before? After several minutes, you run out of breath. You stop in one of many intersecting back alleys, exhausted. To your surprise, you aren't the only one to have stopped for air. You share a moment of recognition with the girl, realizing she was the one harassed moments before. Hello again. Hi. The two of you take a moment to recuperate in silence, save for the incessant panting. Well, I'm afraid I've gotten hopelessly lost. Oh yeah? Where are you headed? Well, You hesitate. By leaving empty-handed from the remnants of Charles Ludwig's home, you've lost the trail Irene set you on. Oh, strange. Did you know the house was in ruins? Was the note she gave you meant only as the first hint in some esoteric sequence? I like how we... previously we could have asked about the fire, and now just... I mean, clearly someone burned it down, right? For a reason, probably? But it seems like we can't really follow that thought anymore, at least not at the moment. Were you supposed to sift through the piles of ash and soot until you uncovered the next? If you want answers, you need to meet up with her again. Until that happens, you can only respond... At the moment, I'm waiting to be contacted by a family friend. Oh, what for? We are, looking into something. The girl looks at you expectantly, waiting for you to elaborate. Yeah, whatever. Let's explain. My, grandfather was arrested recently for, something really bad. Something really bad? They say he killed a man. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I never would have expected that. A full-blown, that kind of thing? Oh, that's really not that common here. Really? In a city of this size? Well, not officially anyway. Can you really trust what enforcement says? Would it be rude to ask if you think he's guilty? I was told he's definitely not. I doubt he is. From the moment I got here, something about this whole thing smells rotten. And rusted. You don't say. Is this your first time visiting? No, wait. Come to think of it. Is that why you were poking around the house back there? Oh, you saw that? Yeah, kinda. Trying to find out what happened in there. Slim chances. Enforcement would have had that house picked clean by now. For the investigation? I wonder about that. I guess they don't have the best reputation. Well... You'd certainly never catch me saying such a thing. Right. Well, while you're waiting, I think I've got dinner ready at home. Do you want to come along? My way of saying thanks for saving me earlier. Yeah, sure. I would be delighted. Great! Follow me. I'm Nyami. Nice to meet you. You engage in polite conversation as you walk. As the small talk begins to die down, you allow Nyami to take a slightly bigger lead. Now, what could have happened back there with the guards, I wonder? Why did the invocation fail? You don't know? Don't tell me you don't know. I have a strong theory. Oh? Must have been because of the group. The group? The first time it was just you and the guard. No witnesses. What about all of the houses, the windows? The shutters were closed. All of them? Why on earth? Well, that's an excellent question. Perhaps nobody wanted to look at the scene of the crime, or be caught looking at it. So invocation fails when there's more than one other person around? Seems so. I wonder why. Well, everyone's different, I suppose. I'm not following. Invocation acts directly on the heart. What speaks to one may fail to reach another. No two hearts are the same. To succeed at invocation, you need to bridge the gap between yourself and your opponent. That, on its own, is a tremendous challenge. Trying it with multiple people at once, that might just be beyond your ability. Hey dear, you're still with me? You realize you've really started to lag behind. You quicken your pace to catch up with Nyami and try to learn English again. The two of you continue on your way. Before long, you arrive in front of a modestly sized house. This is the place. I'll take care of introductions. Mom, I'm home. A woman is hunched over the kitchen sink, washing dishes. Goodness, that's quite the pile-up. Welcome back. And who's this? Oh, this is Dia. Dia, this is my mother. Pleasure to meet you, Mrs. Ilves. Alves? Alma Ilves. Alma's fine. Your presence seems to have made her uncomfortable. Here, let me help you with that. Nyami goes to help her mother with the mountain of dishes on the counter. No, I'm fine. I'm okay. Well, anyway, Dia helped me out a lot today, so I invited her over for dinner. Hope that's okay. Of course. Are you feeling alright? Yes, I'm fine. She really seems to be concentrating on those dishes. It's potato soup tonight, right? Smells great. Hey, dear, is potato soup alright? Let's go. Disgusting. Do you take me for some sort of peasant? Warning. This response and the consequent scene flashes into your imagination briefly for reasons unknown to you. Fortunately, you were able to prevent yourself from acting on impulse. After all, you would have to be a real monster to respond like that. Sounds wonderful. Thank you for your kindness. It'll be a little bit... I hope you're fine waiting. Oh, we can... Yemi's words are cut short when she notices a certain presence by the staircase. Yo! Who's this? This is Dia. She's a guest. Treat her nice. Dia, this is my little brother, Kieran. Hi. It's nice to meet you too. Kieran, it was awful. Some guys from enforcement started harassing me on the way home. Ah, sucks. Kieran, they were harassing me because of you. Oh, not again. Hey, why don't you think about how I feel? But they're not after you. Bad attitude. Awful. Sorry you had to meet my sister, Miss Dia. Hey now, miss? Do you think she looks like some old lady? Oops. Well, what does she look like? How about the very reason I was able to escape from enforcement earlier? The sound of Armand's dry cough jerks your attention back to the kitchen. Yemi, when you run from enforcement, you're just making trouble for yourself in the future. This interjection has silenced the siblings' lively banter. Well, what was I supposed to do? Cooperate. I'm not going to just let them yell at me for so long as they feel like. They get what they are after eventually, one way or another. You think that's right? I don't think that's right. One of the plates clatters loudly against the bottom of the sink. It's not about being right. A palpable tension descends over the room. So, Dia, are you new here? I haven't seen you around before. Are you from here? No, I'm here for, court summons? No way! Really? We were talking about this a little bit on the way over, but, she warned me that it's for something really bad, which... Really bad how? Like, public indecency? Decency? Oh, real mature, Kieran. Hey. No, it's actually kind of, serious. I should probably... Yemi's eyes dart over to you, as though looking for permission to continue. It's a murder charge. Oh. Wow. Who'd you kill? Not me. It's my grandfather. Allegedly. The Ludwig trial? Wow. So it is then. I'm just surprised you were able to guess. It wasn't much of a guess. It's been all over the news. The murder's always going to make the headlines. It's more than that, though. They had a very public feud, these two. Ludwig and Whittaker hated each other for years. I didn't realize my grandfather was that famous. Infamous. Horrible man. Horrible? Abusive. Had a drinking problem. I didn't realize. To be fair, we saw a little bit of booze in the house. Well, that's not the nicest thing in the world to hear about your granddad. Mom, wasn't that a little insensitive? Yes, I'm afraid that it was, but I really don't care. I apologize. Apologies. I think I need to sit down. I'll grab a chair. No, it's alright. I'm fine. Alma shovels over to a chair at the table and rests her head in her hands. Kieran, help me with the dishes. Dear, why don't you take a seat? We'll be done in a minute. The two siblings busy themselves with the remains of the dish pile by the sink. You sit at the table across from Alma. You happen to catch a glimpse of her face in greater detail. She seems to still be rather young. Well, perhaps not young, but not old by any means. And yet, there's something to her aspect that skews it northward of her apparent age. An undeniable frailty. Young and pallid. Sickly. Alma leans back in her chair as though she's recovered somewhat, her eyes open and meet yours. To your surprise, they are filled with an unexpected warmth. The discomfiting chill surrounding her just a moment ago has been all but dispelled. Dear, thank you for bringing Yemi home. I worry about her, and it's nice to know there are still wonderful people like you out there. Happy to help. I didn't do much. Genuinely. Alma hesitates for a moment before continuing. She appears to be searching for the right words. When are you heading back home? Do you have a place to stay until then? Actually, I'm afraid not. Enforcement already came to repossess my grandfather's house, so I think that means I'm out on the street. I was worried about that. That's very unfortunate. It's bullshit, is what it is. Kieran, watch your mouth. What? Is it not? The law's the law. Great law. Now she's out on the street. Fine work. That's supposed to keep us safe, Kieran. No, supposed to. Sure. What the hell good is actually doing? Your head throbs intensely. What if she got robbed? Or worse? Another contraction. Like there's something trapped inside, trying to force its way out. It's much safer than it used to be. Bet Ludwig thought so too. Mounting, swollen to the breaking point by his heated exchange, and then... Ooh. New argument, law and order. No additional effects, level 1. 4 yellow. Your head feels like it was just split in two. Kieran, that is highly inappropriate. You realize that... Dear, are you okay? Sorry, need to step outside for a minute. The pain in your head quickly subsides. What in the world was that? Inspiration strikes at strange times. I never want to be inspired ever again. You'll notice you're uninjured, though. Your cursory inspection reveals that your head is, in fact, still in one piece. Is this what it's going to be like? What's going to be like? Is that how ideals come into the world? I'm afraid you may not like the answer. Mind-controlling card tricks and a garden growing inside of my head. This is just... Yes? My head hurts. Your thoughts wander as you attempt to come to terms with all of this. Dear. Sip's ready. Yembi beckons you back into the house. The tension hanging over the room from earlier is cleared away in short order by the smell of warm food filling the air. Alma has brought out a small wicker basket filled with bread rolls from the pantry to accompany the soup. A gesture of apology, perhaps, or else of embarrassment. Eventually, discussion turns to your immediate plans. How long do you plan on staying? In the air? I'm not sure yet. There's some things I still need to take care of. I'm waiting on word from someone about what's next. Well, for what it's worth, you're welcome to stay here if you need to. Hear me? There's a second bed in my room. It's no issue. Very kind of you. I think I'll take you up on that. Stay as long as you like. We don't usually have company. It seems your lodging situation has been taken care of for now. The sun sets. Niemi's bedroom becomes illuminated only by the pale moon and what little light manages to reach the window from the gas lamps lining the streets below. Of the two, your bed is the only one closer to the intruding light. Niemi lies near the opposite wall, almost entirely untouched by it. Unable to sleep, you slide out of the bed and peer out the window. The soft glow emitted by the street lights draw your eye. You gaze at the underlying streetscape. It's the same as before, but the darkness of the night has rendered it entirely unfamiliar. Thoughts. A man shovels into view. Dressed in rags, and wearing a filthy half-cloak, he appears to be down on his luck. Homeless? Or perhaps simply poor. Whatever the case, you feel an odd combination of pity and relief welling up inside of you. After all, that could have been you tonight. Something out there, dear? It seems that Niemi hasn't fallen asleep yet. There's a man outside. Poor guy. Niemi gets up and approaches the window. Oh, yeah. There tends to be a lot of guys like that around here. That's sad. Homeless? Yeah. Well, no, actually, no one here is really homeless. The city takes care of that. Oh, that's interesting. Or at least they're supposed to. Supposed to? Well, there are enough houses for everyone, they say, but it depends a lot on where you live. The houses around here are kept in alright shape, but elsewhere, not so good. Well, if you're placed on the wrong side of town, yeah. And that's why we pay our taxes. You're unable to tell if that was a joke or not. Fatigue begins to take hold of you. It's been a long day. You return to bed. Soon, exhaustion sets in and strangles the last remnants of consciousness out of you. Ooh, cool. Sniff, sniff. Fermented grapes. What appears to be a human skull rests atop on one of the barrels. A large chalk pentagram is inscribed on the dais. It's remarkably similar to the ones in your grandfather's basement. The door won't budge. It appears to be locked. There's an inscription written above. The reminiscent mind catalysts past and present evidence. Metal beam. A thick metal beam runs horizontally across the ceiling of the first floor of Ludwig's house. A hook has been fastened to the center of it. Suspicious message. A message you received from Irene. She said your grandfather wanted her to give it to you. All it says inside is 1541 Eddington Street, which looks like an address. Present? A metallic click resounds and the double door swings open. Okay. Oorah! You cannot go on. Won't let you continue. Beneath the ghastly distortion, an unmistakable familiarity shines through. It sounds just like the guard who tried to stop you on Eddington Street. In an instant, the shadow's true form comes into focus. Hello again. I have more tips for you, because, you know, reading is fun. And why would we allow you to play the game when you can just watch even more slideshows? Yeah, PowerPoint presentation. That's fun, right? I'll keep it brief, so pay attention. Before you enter a debate properly, you need to select your rhetoric. You can do that in this pre-debate preparations menu. For this debate, your opponent's arguments are displayed on the right. Their own arguments are displayed on the left. The top left argument on each side is the first to be deployed. The top left is first. Knowing your opponent's arguments in advance, like this, is important for planning. As a consequence, it's now too late to switch your arguments around. That's true for you and your opponent. I hope you like the ones you've chosen. Anyway, let's progress to the rhetoric selection phase. Which I guess is the deck editor? Here you'll see a list of rhetoric deck presets. You can select one of these to build off or start entirely from scratch. Select whichever you prefer. New deck. 12! Yeah, no, thank you. Peel. I'm gonna go with the starter deck. Excuse me? I would like to select the starter deck that was just presented to me at this phase, pressing the deck editor immediately. Am I now being forced to make a deck after all? Do I just do all the cards in? Is this smart? I didn't read that, because I already read like 50 bazillion PowerPoint slides. Conjures shields, inflict slow burn. Oh no! Removes 2 from opponent. Costs. There's yellow stuff. I probably want all of those, right? Why do I have a feeling this was a bad idea? Full. Check arguments. 3 blue, 5 red, and 12 blue, 5 red. Okay, so I probably don't want to have any yellow then at all. Right? So blue and red, mostly blue. So we're definitely going to put in all the blues. Inflict slow burn 1 and inflict it on blue, recover, red and blue. Expires in 10 turns. Remove 2. How many cards have this been? 5, 6. Sure, let's put in all the red ones as well. Even though that probably is too much. 6 of those. Oh no, not the yellow one. And 5 red. Sure. I mean, Deck contains fewer than 60% premise cards. Continue anyway. No. So the game wants us to have more of those. Okay. For 60%, they said, right? So 50% is 12, 60. If inflict on blue, you cover both, so I want this. If blue was summoned on your last action, summon again, double the original amount. Conjures a shield. 8 more cards. Remove 2 from one opponent's side. If yellow is damaged, recover. Removes 2 from number if blue. Okay. Remove 1 from its proposals. If none, remove 3 from one node on opponent's side. Sure. Conjures a shield. How many more cards? 5. 1 of each, because why not? I still have more blue, right? Way more, so let's go with this. Deck contains fewer than 60% premises cards. Continue anyway. Are these premises cards? So should I have more of those after all? Does this count? Is this a premise? Don't think so. Because the bar fills. I still think I'm gonna go with this, maybe? The game wants us to use even more. So like this? Would you like to save? Sure. Oh wait, one more thing. Why don't you just allow me to use the starter deck after all if I don't want to build one? Before you enter debate, you have the opportunity to stack the deck in your favor. You're allowed to choose the cards that will appear in the first hand you dealt. These cards are your opening remarks. Moreover, whenever cards you want to be dealt with in the backs on the right half an hour, I recommend choosing at least 4 premises on the same mode. I won't force you though. If you move fewer than 6 cards into the opening remarks box, the remainder will be dealt to your first hand from your return ticket at random. Leave the box empty for... can I go back please? At least 4 premises of the same node. At least 4, she says. Wasn't the thing that I can only play 1 card anyway? What if we just go 6 blue? Sure. I have no idea what I'm doing here. A winding tale of perception and truth. Bridge the gap. We're just gonna summon all 6. Here we go. Conjure a shield. Remove 2 from your opponents. If yellow diminishes, recover blue. Yeah. Can I still? No, I don't have red. Can I still conjure the shield? Can I only play a card? What about this? This needs to... Oh, wait. Okay, never mind. I did that. Echo of Greece. Select a new argument. Wasn't this supposed to like major? Let's go 4. Sure. Well, I screwed that up. Guess we're just gonna remove 2 then on his side. But he still has to. I lost all of it. So... Did I not trigger my first thing because I had to nurture them, accept it? I played the other card. What if I just say discard? Because I need material now, right? Actions left. Again, just 2 yellow. Can I play of the same? No, I can't. So 3 red. 0 plus 3 now. 4 plus 2. Remove 2 from your opponent. If yellow diminishes, recover that. Sure, let's play this. Flip him in 2. No, he attacks me. You remove 2 from your opponent's side. What if I summon 2 blue and use the other card to get double the amount next turn? He needs that amount. What if I just say that? 1 plus 4. So he managed to play his card. Oh, his bar filled. Why did mine not fill? Because I think I didn't nurtures? But then again, the game mentioned that on the side like once. Double red? Let's just go with double again. Play 1. Why did it not trigger? Maybe it did? I have no idea. Proposals. If none, remove 3 from 1 node. Maybe just that? Okay. Can't even look at the card effect. I just lost stuff. Can I see into the deck? Things just happened. I guess triple blue? Inflict slow burn 1. If afflicted on blue, recover. Well, I won't. But slow burn sounds good. I just burn more from the enemy, maybe? Now he deals the damage to me again. Does slow burn still work? Maybe. So it always has to be either a card or one kind of resource, right? Do I have a shield? There's this card symbol. So I think what the game wants me to is have 4 plus something, right? Just go even more red again. Because my statements have to grow, so or something like that. Make him weaker, gain blue. -3 again. I need a shield, I guess. Okay, triple blue. I want to remove his stuff, though. There we go, we did that. Gain another. He gains 2 yellow. 1 should disappear, though, thanks to our slow burn. Let's conjure the shield. Yeah, it can only be 1 card at the moment. Yeah, protect that. Remove 2, conjure shield over red. I think, yeah, sure, let's protect our red as well. For the future, so to speak. It's like 1 proposal to replace. Oh, because I have to. I mean, slow burn doesn't really do much, right? Okay, those are the proposals. I understand. Yeah, let's do this. Remove his yellow, gain Another +1 red. We still need more blue though. Inflict slow burn 1 if inflicted on blue. Yeah, we could do this again. He has 4. Oh, wait, we can do the thing now. Okay. Okay, we straight up won this time, though. Aha! Turns taken, 24. Felt like 10 times as many. To your dismay, the door's locked. There's no inscription inside. Do you double back? I guess. You've returned to the garden's magnificent inner chamber. The gardener kneels over a nearby flower bed, working the soil. Welcome back. I suppose this means I'm dreaming. The sleeping mind perceives things the waking mind cannot. Netherworld phantoms included? In one interpretation, it's a hapax. A what? A hapax legomenon, an impression from the world outside. The hollow echo of particular incident made manifest. My memories are harassing me in my dreams. Weeds beset every garden, but speaking personally, I find weeding quiet. You hear the sound of roots tearing from the earth as the gardener's arms yanks upward. Cathartic. Summoning phantasms of old opponents? Is this another thing the deck does? Not usually unprompted. Your mind must have had a lot to unpack. Whatever this deck is, it's time for more than just some old magic trick. I'm starting to think it's profane, evil. What was that back there in my grandfather's basement? It looked like some kind of black magic ritual. What's he up to, exactly? Well, I certainly don't know. I'm just a gardener. Are you afraid, dear? Nah. I'm not afraid, exactly. It's just a lot all at once. Indeed it is. Of that, there can be no doubt. But your grandfather entrusted that deck to you. Whatever menace it poses, he believed that you could handle it. You can take comfort in that fact. And failing that, you may find comfort elsewise by returning here from time to time. Oh, to tear out the weeds. No, it's late and you should return to sleep. Am I not already? Well, not a very restful sleep in any case. Permit your mind wander and take your leave from here. Good night. The gardener strolls off, leaving you alone. As your attention comes unfocused, your vision slowly fades away. The next morning comes. You enjoy a small breakfast with the Ivor's family. Okay, I'm gonna save, but frankly, I'm gonna go to the main menu right now. There's also gonna be equipment, which is cool. Reality Layer 0, ladies and gentlemen. I played this now for 1 hour, 13 minutes. I don't know how to feel about this, cause this on one hand feels I'm very, very intrigued. I love the idea of this. I love much of the presentation. But it's 1 hour 13. I still feel like we're not just even in one hand, yes, it's also JRPG inspired. And I'm used to play long tutorials and so on. I mean, hey, Persona 5 takes hours for the tutorial, so to speak, to end, in my own opinion. Many games like this. But this is just, it drags on, dude. Like 1 hour 30, we had like 2 combat encounters, both were tutorial. The second one was atrocious. I probably didn't build the deck perfectly. The game, even with its 400 bazillion slideshows, I feel like if you just let the player play and have some random encounters early on or so, it's so much easier to learn what the game wants you to do with its quote-unquote combat. Because I really didn't enjoy that combat last turn. It was like the opponent just does their thing. You play their play cards. You can't really look that up. You have no idea what their deck is. Then you play your things. Yes, it took me a while to understand when we have to play the winning thingy there. I waste. It's still weird that you can play that, like what I did early on, 3 blue mana, but it wasn't, you know, grown yet. I guess if you want to get rid of that card and get another one or so. I don't know. I very much see and enjoy the premise of this, but it's not there yet. I feel like there's something missing. I really, that's the weird thing. I really want to like this. I really do. I like the characters. In that sense, I also really, really like the writing. But it's this old promise is like 1 hour 30 minutes into the game. I feel like 1 hour and 10 minutes of that was just cutscene dialogue reading. And 3 minutes actual gameplay, if at all. And I'm still in the tutorial. I learned a little bit, but I want to play the game. I don't want to read a visual novel. I want to play the game. Let me play the game. And I feel like it drags on a little bit too much for me for this instance right now. The combat didn't click for me yet. So I'm torn apart because I want to like it, but I don't at the moment. Does this make any sense? Should I have played more? Did I miss something crucial? What do you guys think of Reality Layer 0? Please tell me what you think of the game. Please tell me what you think of this video. If you want to check it out for yourself, link is as always down in the description. Stay awesome. We see each other in the next video.